All right, so remember, first thing to do, maybe like one or two lines a day, is write out the rest of those arpeggios. Make sure that you, as you're writing them out, write the chord name and the Roman numeral that corresponds to it. And remember, you want to, when you're going up, you always start at the C chord, always starting at the C chord, and then you keep climbing up until you reach the point where you can play the arpeggio at the high octave, write it at the high octave, and then also write it down in the open position. So basically, whenever an arpeggio uses 12 as the lowest fret number, that's the one that goes down to the open position. So again, when you come to the arpeggio shape, where the 12th fret is the lowest fret number in the shape, that's the one that you write high and in the open position. Speaking of writing, remember we went over this last week. If you have a stupid difficult rhythm, you can always write out the count underneath and just underline the parts you play, so you can do that if need be. So basically you'd be writing the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and here. So you underline the 1, you underline the 3, and then writing the full count underneath here, you'd have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you'd underline and 2 and 4. And then here you might even just want to forego this because I was just straight 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and underline the whole thing. Here we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you would underline and 3 and there you go. So I'm going to start with the count. Have the metronome go. I'll count off 4 so you know when I'm going to start the count. Remember, it's not enough to just be able to like say the parts of the rhythm you're going to play on. You need to say it rhythmically correct as well. Because I can just say, say all the sounds, but if it's not rhythmically correct, you're not truly saying the rhythm. So you have to say it correctly. And this ties into the whole, if you can't say it, you can't play it. So you have to say it rhythmically correct in order to say it correctly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3, and 2, and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 1 and 3 and 2 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and done. So you may have noticed I like quietly mouth some of the other downbeats just to help me stay on track. So that might be something you want to try. Here we go. 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3, and 2, and 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 3, and 1, and 3, and 2, and 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 3, and done. I'm just going to jump to 120. If you feel that you would like or benefit from other speed demos, let me know. I'll record it and send it to you. But here we go at the top speed to get to 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3, and 2, and 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 3, and 1, 3, and 2, and 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, So yeah, I'm purposely strumming smaller on the C chord and the G chord. Instead of trying to mute other things. So just try that for the G and the C chord. Strum smaller. It's not a bad skill to acquire and develop to be precise with your chord strumming. Let's go to number 2. This one is clean. This is speed drill. So always start at 60 every day. Get it up as fast as you can. See, number 1, still start at 60. So remember the chord rhythm, chord strumming stuff, bare minimum speeds, 60, 80, 100, 120. So here we go. But still work them up from 60, 65, 70 and all that stuff just to ease into it. But once you get it, then you can give yourself a break and just hit the maintenance speeds if and when you're ready. All right, here we go. 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, the picking direction I'm doing this is 3 downs, 1 up. So beats, it's basically every time you get to the bass note or the root note of the chord, you're doing a downstroke. Alright, here is double time, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I definitely use my pinky to anchor on the body of the guitar to help keep my pick an appropriate distance away from the strings. This way it's easier to play these things more accurately. Something I usually do for arpeggio stuff like this. Here's 160, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Yeah, stuff like that, especially with all the reverb delay going on there. Makes it harder to go crazy accurate. Or be crazy accurate when you go faster. So I'm going to call it there. It's 200. Moving on to number 3. Speed pick and drill for the week. So we're going to be going down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. So this way you're continuing the same pace with the picking the entire time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow! I blew it! Take 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a good pinch. I don't always pull those off on the D string, but hey, maybe that fret's just my lucky fret today. Alright, here's 120. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I didn't get it that time. Alright, 160. Ah! And the clothes are done washing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That time I got it. Alright. Here's 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, there we go. And first rhythmic rhythm work, single notes, eighth notes. So this, the top speed to get to is 140. So take your time working it up throughout the week. Don't go past 140 when you can. And if you get to this point, the maintenance speeds for this are 60, 80, 100, 120, and 140. Here's what it should be at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 and 3 and 4. Keep the foot tapping. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 down. Remember, down strokes on the downbeat, up strokes on the upbeat. Keep the foot tapping. You don't have to count along with these, but there's nothing wrong with doing it. So you may hear me, as I was doing a moment ago, counting as I go. Here it is at 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 4. 2 and 3 and 4. And remember, let those quarter notes ring out for a quarter note. You don't want to cut them off. Here is the 140. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 4. Done. All right. So yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. If any questions come up with the arpeggio stuff, let me know. If you'd like, and you have the ability to, maybe like scan or maybe take just a photo of your work, you can send it over to me before next week, and I can just double check things for you and let you know if anything does need to be corrected. Because you did get, there's only 2 mistakes in what you had yesterday for the page that you did fill out. I'm pretty sure that it was just a matter of you tried to get it done so fast that if you slowed down just a little bit and thought about it a little bit more, you would have been fine. Because you definitely seem to understand this stuff. But I want to help reinforce it all. This is why we're doing the writing. So this way, when we go to the next thing, your mind will be more prepared and ready for it. We're going to be doing like progression stuff again with all those arpeggios. So yeah, I just want to make sure that you got a really good foundation and a good understanding of where you can play these different things all over the place. Obviously, I don't expect you to have it all memorized, but having the understanding of how to do it, that's what I want you to have. And it seems like you're definitely getting it. But again, just want to reinforce it before moving on to the next thing, just so we are best prepared. We're prepared as best as we can. Anyway, I think that sums it all up. But let me know if any questions come up, and I'll see you on Monday.